Patch 8.1 was an unexpected update for Smash Ultimate, but still a pretty significant one. There were no new characters introduced, but instead we get Small Battlefield and the ability to play any song on Battlefield, Final Destination, as well as the newly added Small Battlefield. On top of all of that, they also slightly improved Ultimate Online while announcing they are going to continue improving it in future updates. I'm going to go into a bit more detail about each aspect of the update and give you my personal opinions on them. So let's start with the introduction of Small Battlefield. Small Battlefield is great for a couple of reasons. The first thing is, it gives us a stage to play on quick play that's not Final Destination, Battlefield, or having to go through randomly picking all the stages. Competitively, Final Destination and Battlefield are great stages, but I would say a lot of people tend to play more on Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2, so having a stage with a similar platform layout you can select on quick play is very nice. Additionally, it gives us another competitive stage to play on. Even though the platform layout is similar to the Pokemon Stadiums, it's actually a smaller stage and the platforms are slightly lower. This means it could be more beneficial to slower characters and a better stage against zoners who I would say are at a big advantage in the current meta. That being said, if it were to be added to a competitive stage list, I believe it should be a starter because, again, it's a small stage and gives more versatility to the current stage list, which is composed of more larger stages. If Small Battlefield were to become a starter, I believe Pokemon Stadium 2 shouldn't be one anymore since the platform layout is too similar. I think it would be best to make it a counterpick stage. I currently feel like the starter stages for competitive play should be Battlefield, Small Battlefield, Town and City, Final Destination, and Smashville. There's also something I've been considering regarding counterpicks that may help with adding or removing stages. I think we should try counting stages with similar platform layouts as the same, meaning if you were to ban Battlefield, it would also count as banning Yoshi's Story. Same thing with banning Small Battlefield in Pokemon Stadium 2. I don't know how well this would work out because I understand that some players care more about the size, slants, or other things about the stage and not the platform layouts. But I personally feel like the platform layouts plays a bigger part in counterpicking than the actual size. But yeah, regardless of any of that, I'm glad Small Battlefield is a stage and that it's bringing more discussion into what stages should or should not be legal in tournaments. The music variety on Final Destination, Battlefield, and Small Battlefield is amazing. But now it just makes me wish that we could choose any song on any stage. I'm really hoping they do that in a future patch. Ultimate Online has been slightly improved in 8.1. They made it easier to get into Elite Smash by lowering the amount of GSP required to get in. I don't know the current amount of GSP needed to get into Elite Smash, and even then, I don't think it matters that much to know, simply because the number is going to go up as more and more people continue to play. They also made it less likely to match with someone who doesn't have your preferred rules, which is a nice improvement. But I personally feel like I match up with random people who play with 2 socks and Final Smash meters as much as I ever do. The connectivity and responsiveness of online was improved as well. To my knowledge, the improvements only apply to 1v1 matches with no spectators. So if you play with 3 or more people, online will feel like it's never been changed. Besides Sakurai mentioning that 1v1 was improved, Nintendo did not say exactly what it is they did to make online any better, aside from saying the online user experience has been adjusted and further investigations and adjustments to online modes are expected. Fortunately, people were able to figure out what exactly it is they changed and spread that information online. So what they did is they doubled the tick rate of Ultimate Online, making it run at 60 packets a second instead of 30. I'm not an expert on this, and if anyone in the comments who knows more about it wants to explain it further, be my guest. I'm going to try and interpret what I know and hopefully it makes sense. Basically, Ultimate is a 60 frames per second game, but when played online, the tick rate being 30 packets a second reverts it to playing like a 30 frames per second game. Because the tick rate doesn't match the frames per second of the game offline, inputs that you normally do have a chance to register differently since inputs are only being read half of the time compared to offline. Hopefully that makes sense, and again, if someone who knows more about this wants to try to explain it in the comments, you are more than welcome to. I also recently heard they removed a frame off of online's input delay. This doesn't sound like much, but to me that combined with the tick rate changes feels pretty noticeable to me. I'm not saying Ultimate Online is much better now, but it sucks a little bit less than it used to. There are some people who can't feel any difference between before and after the patch, which I'm not surprised about. The changes made were incredibly subtle, so I don't think everyone who plays online is going to feel the difference. The changes to online kind of put online tournaments in a weird spot. A lot of online tournaments tend to stream matches, and in order to do that, you normally need at least one person spectating, but as I said before, this makes online gameplay worse. To be fair, having a spectator always made online slightly worse, but now I feel like the difference will probably be more noticeable. I don't think there's much that could be done about it, unfortunately, because people who host and stream events have to spectate it in order to stream the matches. An alternative would be to watch a tournament match on a player stream if they are streaming. The immediate problem is that not everyone streams, and there are some matches the tournament organizer probably wants streamed. Even if we lived in a world where every player did stream, I feel like having a tournament stream become a stream of watching other people's streams just doesn't seem right. With all that being said, even if the improvements to online weren't that great, it's an amazing step in the right direction, and shows that not only is Nintendo listening to their fans regarding their play experience, but they are willing to do something about it. Smash Online has been horrible since Brawl, so if you're a fan of the series since then and played online, you kinda just accepted that it was bad and didn't expect Nintendo to do anything about it because they haven't for over a decade. I can't emphasize this enough. The fact that they're trying to do something about it after all of these years is crazy to me. It seems like it took #FixUltimateOnline to trend in order to do so, but hey, they still did something about it. The 8.1 patch update was one of the biggest updates Smash Ultimate has ever had, not just because we got improved online or got another competitively viable stage, but because it shows that Nintendo is watching and listening to its audience, and they are willing to take suggestions from them. They're obviously watching competitive play and notice that Pokemon Stadium 2 is the most popular stage played in tournaments. Seeing that, they decided to make it a selectable stage similar to Omegas and Battlefields. Like I said before, #FixUltimateOnline was trending, and it got a lot of coverage. There's absolutely no way they didn't know or hear about this given how many tweets and replies were directed at their social media. They've also hosted and streamed online tournaments where they had to ban certain words because of viewers complaining about how bad Ultimate Online is. I think this shows that if enough of the audience tells Nintendo what they want to see changed or improved, they'll actually do it. Maybe eventually they will create DLC costumes for characters, among other things. I also want to say this. I couldn't possibly understand how much time and effort it took to make any of the games in the Smash series. But I do know they're trying incredibly hard to make a game that both the casual and competitive audience can enjoy. I cannot emphasize this enough. I appreciate what they're doing and the series Masahiro Sakurai has created. That's it for this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell if you enjoyed it. It really does help a lot. If you want to support this channel even more, you can do so on my Patreon and also get the perks of seeing thumbnails and videos before they go public. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.